Welcome to Limestone County High School football on the Play Action Sports Network. We'll be back with the pregame show after this.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com. Since 1965, Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur has been committed to our community and proudly supports local school athletics. This commitment has made Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur the industry leader, offering a full family of Pepsi and Mountain Dew products at your favorite grocer or convenience store and a friendly, dedicated staff to service your needs with soft drink and snack vending, restaurant services, concessions, or special events. Go with a leader, go with a winner. Locally owned, Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur.
Hey guys, this is Joanna with CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to our storefront. While you're here, you'll find a variety of Bibles, children's gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more. Come check out our children's section. It's filled with Bible stories, picture books, games, toys, and a growing selection of homeschool materials. Here at CEI Bookstore, our goal is to provide you with trustworthy resources to bring you and your family closer to God. Stop by, and our friendly staff will be happy to help you find material that fits you and your family's needs. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Taking his hand, helping each other home.
Limestone County High School sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544.
Hey, this is Jim from Lawler's Barbecue. A lot of you folks out there keep asking where we cook our barbecue because you don't see pits and smoke. Well, guess what? You never will because we cook it in Lewisburg, Tennessee at our USDA facility so that we can maintain consistency and quality. So no matter which store you come to, you get the same great taste. Philip's been cooking barbecue since 1978, and I promise you, he's got the hang of it. He's been doing it so long, he doesn't want to be cremated. He's asked to be slowly smoked over glowing hickory coals. So come try some Lawler's Barbecue at any of our 7 locations today. Lawler's Barbecue, cooked slow, served fast.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP. Looking for T-shirts with just the message you want? They're as close as your computer or mobile device. Just go to daddyoscustomtees.com and look through the selection of designs for the perfect one. Or say just what you want with your very own designer message. Daddy O's Custom Tees features short and long sleeve t-shirts plus sweatshirts, hoodies, aprons, mugs, and even pet apparel. With Daddy O's Custom Tees, you can have it your way, whether you need 1 or 100. Go to daddyoscustomtees.com. That's DADDYOS Custom TEES.com. daddyoscustomtees.com. If you'd like to download a copy of this game or hear it again on demand, go to pasnetwork.net. You can find this game and previous games under the Archives tab. That's pasnetwork.net. Play Action Sports.
You're listening live to Limestone County football right here on Play Action Sports. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kirk Pierce. We are at the home of the Tanner Rattlers, Rep Swanner Field in Tanner, Alabama, for tonight's matchup between the visiting Waterloo Cougars and your home team, the Tanner Rattlers. Again, I'm Kirk Pierce bringing you tonight's play-by-play action along with my producer, Mr. Tim Lambert, and we're really excited to close out the season this year. The regular season it is. We started with Tanner and Ardmore at the beginning of the football season, the 2021 football season, and here we are at home to the Tanner Rattlers closing out the season, regular season, before we start playoff action next week. Tanner comes in tonight with an overall 6-3 record. They are 5-1 in 2A Region 7 action and finished second place overall after last week's battle for first place, if you will. They lost to Pisgah in a close game, 14-13, where they ended up, like I said, finishing second place in Region 7 for 2A. But tonight they have the visiting Waterloo Cougars coming in with an overall record of 3-6, 3-4, finishing fifth place in 1A Region 8 play. Last week they had a huge win. Waterloo did over Cherokee 56-0. So we expect a great action tonight between these two teams that are very familiar with one another. But right now, we have our national anthem. That was the Tanner High School Marching Band, the Rattlers Marching Band, bringing you tonight's national anthem from the pride of the Snake Pit. That's what they call Rip Swanner Field. They call it the Pit, if you will, the home of the Tanner Rattlers. Now going back to the Tanner Rattlers, Coach Oscar Bonds is coming in his fourth season. He came in 2018 where the Rattlers finished sixth overall in their region play, and then 2019 also finished sixth. But since then, they've turned things around. Coach Bonds has finished fourth last year and went to the playoffs in 2020. And again, this year, like I mentioned earlier, 2021, they finished second overall. And next week, they are already set to take on Lamar County in the first round of the playoffs, and that's going to be hosted here at Tanner. So they're going to play Lamar County, who finished third in 2A Region 5 action overall in their season. So next week we've already got the matchup signed up for Tanner in the first round of the playoffs against Lamar County. Now, the thing about the Tanner Rattlers this year is, like I said, they lost the opening game this year against Ardmore. They lost 49-6 and then turned around and lost to Lexington 53-20. But since then, they reeled off 6 wins in a row, beating Section, Ider, North Sound Mountain, Columbia in a non-region matchup, Whitesburg Christian, Fogville. They were open the following week before they played against Pisgah for, like I said, the battle of first place. And then tonight they finished the regular season against Waterloo. Right now we've got the captains making their way to the field for Waterloo. You've got number 74, that is Braden Donko. You've got number 69. You've got number 7, which is Jaden Dixon, and number 3, who is Chris Godwin. And we're looking for the Tanner Rattlers team to come out and make their way. They're seniors. This is senior night tonight for the Tanner Rattlers. And they have a lot of people out here tonight to support them tonight in senior action and for this regular season home game. The cool thing about this is that, it's not cool, but the weather is cool. The temperature continues to drop, and we got a nice mist right now going down, and so it's a little bit dreary and drizzly, if you will, but we're just a little over 6 minutes left before kickoff. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have opening kickoff for tonight's Limestone County football action right here on Play Action Sports.
Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook, too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. real solutions for real estate. The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs, Salem Pharmacy, or Florence Express Pharmacy will fill the bill. All 3 locations are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South, Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99, and Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence. Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to Limestone County football action right here on Play Action Sports. I'm Kirk Pierce, again bringing you tonight's play-by-play action as we are at Rip Swanner Field, the Pit, the home of the Tanner Rattlers for tonight's matchup between your Tanner Rattlers and the visiting Waterloo Cougars. Not a whole lot of football action going on tonight around the county. We do have West Limestone and Ardmore playing tonight in an inter-county matchup. Elkmont travels to Hanceville tonight. Athens' season is done. They finished the season last week. James Clemens, they're off this week before they host Oak Mountain next week in the opening round of the 7A playoffs. East Limestone is off. They are going to host a playoff game next week. They finished second place in their region. And then, of course, you've got last night's action between Clements and Hatton, where Clements won 54-30. For the coin toss, we had Trevor Keenum as captain, Emmanuel Gonzalez, DeAndre Chandler, and Jakeem Fletcher. Tanner won the toss and elected to receive the opening kickoff. And here we go. We're about ready to play ball. As there's the kick. It's just a low kick, line drive kick to the first man right there, number 67, Trayvon Lett. Caught it, and it's going to be 1st and 10, Tanner, from their own 48-yard line. Great field position for the Tanner Rattlers as they get ready to start in this final regular season matchup between Waterloo and Tanner before Tanner hosts Lamar County next week in opening round playoff action for 2A. Tanner breaks the huddle, and they come out. They are in their all-black uniforms. Black pants, black jerseys trimmed in green and white. Black helmets with the green T on the side. Trips to the far side. We got one split to the near side. You've got quarterback number 4. That is Carl Parham. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw a screen pass. It's deflected at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete. Deflected by number 58 for Waterloo, Drew Lanier. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Tanner from their own 48-yard line. Play comes in from the sidelines from Coach Bonds, as he sends in 2 reserves to come in from the sidelines, and they break the huddle. We're going to have splits to the near side, 2 closest to us, 1 split to the far side. Tanner is traveling from west to east, if you will. That's the way this football field is set up. So you've got Parham. He's a quarterback, and he's in the shotgun. He's got 2 running backs behind him. You had movement in the backfield as someone shifted just a little bit. Also back there with him is number 5, Trey Crutcher, and number 24, Alex Guster. So false start for Tanner. It's going to bring up replay second down, reduce second down, so it's going to be second down and 15 for the Rattlers. Ball is marked at their own 44-yard line. Parnham, shotgun, takes the snap. He's dropping back to pass. He's going to throw it deep. Pass is going to be caught at the 20-yard line. Great pass there. Reception caught by, can't get a number over there on the far sidelines, but great reception there by Tanner. A nice 34-yard reception. Looks like number 8, Skylar Townsend, 6 foot, 140-pound sophomore, brings down that reception from Parnham. 2 splits to the near side. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and brought down for a loss on the play is the running back for Tanner, number 24, Alex Guster. So loss on the play of about 2 yards. It's going to bring up second down and 12 for Tanner from the Waterloo 22-yard line. We're just underway. Tanner, first possession of the evening. You've got one back in the backfield with Parnham. That's Orr. Parnham's looking to throw it. He's going to throw a screen pass. It's deflected, knocked down by number 3, Chris Godwin for the Cougars. And it's going to bring up third down and long for the Rattlers. Still marked down. Actually, they're going to say he caught the ball and picked up 1 yard on the play. Parnham in the backfield, shotgun. He's dropping back to pass again, looking to throw it towards the end zone. It's a ball's up in the air. Is it down? Is it good? Touchdown, Tanner Rattlers. Caught by Skylar Townsend in the end zone. Touchdown, Tanner right there. Parnham to Tanner, or Skylar Townsend from 21 yards out. And Tanner strikes first right on the board with the first touchdown of the game with 10:32 in the first quarter. Tanner lines up for the extra point. Back to kick the extra point is number 7, Emmanuel Gonzalez. And it is good. Extra point is good with 10:32 in the first quarter. Tanner on top, 7-0. You're listening to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com.
Welcome back to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports. Tanner on top, 7-0 over the visiting Waterloo Cougars with 10:32 after a nice touchdown reception by Skylar Townsend from Carl Parham. So puts Tanner on top, 7-0 as they get ready for the kickoff. Kicking off, DeAndre Chandler for Tanner. 5'8", 321 is his weight. Senior, that's a nice high end-over-end kick. Going to be fielded at about the 15-yard line by Waterloo. Looking to try to make a break for it is the returner, number 7, and that is Jaden Dixon, who also plays tailback for Waterloo. So we'll get to see Waterloo's offense. They scored 56 points last week against Cherokee in that 56-0 blowout win. And here we go, Tanner Rattlers on defense. Waterloo breaks the huddle. Everybody's in tight. One running back in the backfield. Number 5 is the quarterback. Check that. Number 7 is Dixon, and he's going to be run out of bounds for a major loss on the play. So it's going to bring up second down and long for Waterloo. Pushing him out of bounds is number 55, Darryl Howard. He was in there on the play for the Tanner Rattlers and several other black jerseys over there, pushing him out of bounds. So almost a 10-yard loss. Actually, they're going to say 9 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 19 for Waterloo from their own 26-yard line. In the shotgun formation is number 3. Check that. Chris Godwin. He's going to throw it out. Pass intended for Jaden Dixon. Falls incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and long for Waterloo. Godwin to Dixon. Pass intended in the flat. Overthrown. Over there to defend for the Rattlers, number 5, Trey Crutcher. Check that, number 6, Zakian Jackson. So Tanner breaks their defensive huddle. Everybody's in tight. Back of the backfield are Godwin and Dixon. Man in motion from left to right. Dixon's going to keep it himself and is going to be brought down for another loss on the play, a loss of 5 on the play. So it's going to bring it 4th and long for Waterloo. Godwin kept it himself from the quarterback position. Back deep to receive the punt for the Rattlers. Number 5, Trey Crutcher, and number 24, Alex Guster. Back to punt for Waterloo. Looks to be number 11. That is Blake Gallagher. 9:32 and counting. Left to play in the first quarter. Tanner on top. It's a high snap. He's able to get it away, but it is a short kick. It's going to take a bounce at about the 38 and continue to take a Waterloo roll. But it's going to be 1st and 10. Tanner in great field position in Waterloo territory as the ball is going to be marked at the 47-yard line of Waterloo. So it'll be Tanner's second possession of the game. Great field position for the second possession. 1st and 10 from the Waterloo 47-yard line. Parham comes in at quarterback after throwing a nice 21-yard touchdown reception to Skylar Townsend. Number 8, so Townsend splits to the far side. He's also got another split out there with him. That is Guster. You've got 2 splits to the near side, 2 and 3. That's Orr and Keenum. Parham drops back to pass. He's looking to throw it. He's going to have to run it. Hell, he's going to do a dump pass. Completed to Orr. Orr's going to take it, cut across the middle. Orr's going in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Tanner Rattlers. Parham able to scramble and then saw Orr open right here in the flat and just kind of threw a dump pass. Or all he had to do was beat one defender and was able to cut across at the 10-yard line and scoot in for a 47-yard touchdown pass for the Tanner Rattlers, putting them up 13-0 with 9 minutes into 9 minutes to play left in the first quarter. Gonzalez sets to kick the extra point. There's the snap. It's up. And it is good. With 9 minutes left to play the first quarter, Tanner quick strikes again. 14-0. You're listening to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports.
This is Joanna from CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Many of you are searching for Bible study materials for your home or for Bible class. Sometimes that process can be challenging and difficult. I'd love to help you find solutions that would fit your needs and give you more time for your studies. One of our most popular book lines is the Bible Textbook Series. These workbooks are designed to take teen and adult students book by book through the Bible. So stop struggling with the search and come by and let us help you select reliable and meaningful study materials for your class or family. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
Welcome back to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports. Tanner Rattlers, the home team, up 14-0. Had the ball twice, scored twice. One with 10:32 left to play in the first quarter, and now another one with 9 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Darrell Howard preparing to kick off. He kicks a side kick and kicks it right there at the 30-yard line. Is going to be received by number 12, and he's going to be met at the 35, and he's going to be brought down hard by number 24, Guster, for the Tanner Rattlers. Big stick there to bring down the kickoff return man. Number 11, that was Blake Gallagher. So Waterloo, with their second possession of the night, not able to get their offense going so far on their first possession. Lost, really, they're in the negatives right now, negative 11 yards so far on their opening possession. They break the huddle. Number 3, Chris Godwin is the quarterback. Behind him, you've got number 7, Jaden Dixon. Everybody else is in tight. He's going to keep it himself and he's going to make a cut across the middle and try to bounce it to the outside. Brought down at the 40-yard line. Picks up about 5 yards on the play, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for Waterloo. Goes Chris Godwin with the quarterback keeper. On the tackle for the Rattlers from the linebacker position, number 23, Malachi Jones. So Tanner lining up in a 5-2 defense. 5-2 defense. Nose tackle, 2 defensive ends, 2 tackles, and 2 linebackers right there. So Dixon's going to try to take it to the outside on the far side, and he runs over one man, but he's going to still be brought short of the first down, brought down by number 2, and it's going to bring a 3rd down and about 4 for the Cougars. Nice stop there by Orr as Dixon was trying to bounce it to the outside, and he lowered his helmet, but Orr with a nice open field tackle to keep him short of the first down. Waterloo, 3rd and 4. Down 14-0 early in this first quarter. 2 splits to the near side for Waterloo. 1 split to the far side. Godwin in at quarterback. Keeps it himself up the middle. Going to pick up the first down, but not by much. It's going to get an additional yard, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Waterloo, Chris Godwin with the first down run on the quarterback keeper. On the stop for the Rattlers, again, number 23, Malachi Jones with his 2nd stop, and also in there, number 14, Kevin Hale, both of them from the inside linebacker position. Waterloo breaks the huddle. They're going to do 2 splits to the near side, 1 to the far side. Nobody in the backfield. Quarterback's by himself. Godwin is going to put a man in motion. That's number 7, Dixon. Comes from the far to the near side. Looking to throw. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to have to scramble, and he does. Crosses the 50 and goes out of bounds in Tanner territory at about the 46-yard line. Goes the quarterback, Chris Godwin. He was looking to pass to the near side because that's where all the receivers were. But once he saw that they were covered and he was having a rush put on him, he tucked it and ran it himself. Picks up good yardage for the Waterloo Cougars. So he's going to bring up 2nd down and about 5 as they are in Tanner territory. Everybody is in tight. You've got the quarterback, Godwin, kind of in the pistol formation. He's got Dixon behind him. He's going to do a fake pitch to Dixon, going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. First man through was number 14, Kevin Hale from the inside linebacker position. Also in there with him, number 55, Darryl Howard, and number 52, Jakeem Fletcher. So Tanner ready for that play. Loss on the play of about 3 yards. So it's going to be marked at the 50-yard line. So it's going to be about 3rd and 7 for the Cougars as they break the huddle. Going to have 2 splits to the near side, 1 to the far side. You've got Godwin in there by himself in the backfield. Going to put Dixon in motion. Going to hand it off to Dixon on a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the 50-yard line. Penalty flag on the play. Brought down by number 8, Skylar Townsend, on an open field tackle. For really no gain on the play, and it's going to be a holding call against Waterloo. 4 officials out there tonight. So holding against Waterloo is the call. So that's going to move that back, and it brings up 4th down. So 4th down for Waterloo with 5:28 left to play in the first quarter. Tanner on top, 14-0. Back deep to receive the punt. Kind of the up man, number 24, that's Guster. Back deep to receive is number 5, Trey Crutcher. There's the punt, and it's a short punt again. Crutcher's just going to let that bounce, and it does. It dies right there at about the 26-yard line. So Tanner, with their worst field position of the night so far, their 3rd possession with 5:05 left to play in the first quarter. They're going to start their 3rd possession from their own 26-yard line. So Tanner comes in with the play. Coach Bonds gives them the play. Again, Coach Bonds in his 4th season, continuing to improve on this team that is used to winning. That's just one of the things about Tanner. They won state championships in 2012 and 2013, and really could have won it in 2011 as well, but fell short to Madison Academy. So you've got Parham back in the backfield. You've got number 24 back there with him. Parham's looking to throw it deep again, and he throws it. It's a nice tight spiral, and it's going to be knocked down by number 12 for Waterloo. Nicholas Garth was doing man-to-man coverage on Skylar Townsend. They're looking for pass interference, but good defense by the Waterloo Cougars. But I tell you, that was a tight spiral there by Parham to Townsend. He was looking for his big receiver again. Now, Skylar Townsend is 6 foot, 140-pound sophomore, so we'll see him for a couple of more years here in Tanner territory. So Parham breaks the huddle. Actually, you've got Fletcher back there in at quarterback, number 5, Trey Crutcher. Check that. He's going to do a kind of a wildcat and going to keep it himself. Crosses the 30. Ball is on the turf. Looks like Tanner is going to recover it. So Tanner recovers Crutcher's fumble. So he picked up a few yards on the play. Still going to be third down as he's short of the first down marker by about 3 yards. So 3rd and 3 for Tanner in their own territory. Ball is marked at their 31-yard line with 4:26 left to play in the first quarter. Tanner on top, 14-0. You got Parham in at quarterback. He's got beside him, he's got Guster. He's got one split to the near side, two splits to the far side. Parham takes a snap, hands it off to Guster. Guster trying to find a hole. He does. He crosses the 35, brought down at about the 36-yard line. So is that enough to move the chains? Wait and see. Looks like they're going to be just short. Nope, they're going to give him the first down. So 1st and 10 by Guster. Nice run there by Guster. So 1st and 10, Tanner from their own 37-yard line. So Guster keeping this drive alive on the handoff from Parham. Tanner breaks the huddle. We're going to have 2 splits to the near side. That's number 2 and number 5, Crutcher. 1 split to the far side is Townsend. Parham in the backfield. Quarterback hands the ball off to Guster again. Guster busts it up the middle, crosses the 50. He's gone. If he can, one man to beat, he does. Crosses the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Tanner Rattlers. Guster from just 67 yards out goes to Guster. Actually, check that. That is 16. So, 66 yards out goes Guster with a nice run up the middle with 3:17 left to play in this first quarter. Tanner taking a huge lead right now over the Waterloo Cougars. As Gonzalez lines up to kick the extra point, it is up, bounces off the upright, and falls no good. It hit the bottom of the upright and just bounced onto this side of the upright. So with 3:17 left to play in the first quarter, Tanner 20, Waterloo nothing. You're listening to Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
Limestone County High School sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
Welcome back to Limestone County football right here on Play Action Sports. Got a correction there. 64-yard touchdown run by Alex Guster, but that does not negate it. I mean, he ran and really just had a nice hole there, opened up on the offensive line, and able to take it to the house for 64 yards. There's the kickoff, and it's going to be fielded at about the 15-yard line by Dixon, who's going to be brought down short of the 30-yard line. They're going to say he went down. He was tackled at about the 28-yard line, brought down by number 12, Nicholas Garth for the Tanner Rattlers. So 1st and 10, Waterloo from their own 28-yard line. 3:08 left to play in the first quarter. Tanner on top, 20-0. Waterloo trying to get something going. Everybody's in tight. You got the quarterback in there, Godwin. Chris Godwin is your quarterback. And it's going to be a wildcat. Is this going to be a direct snap to the tailback, Jaden Dixon, as he crosses the 30, gets to about the 33-yard line. So nice pickup there by Jaden Dixon on the direct snap to him while he was side by side with the quarterback, Chris Godwin. So Waterloo, second down and about 3 for the first down. They need to get to the 37-yard line for the first down. You got in the backfield Dixon and Godwin. Godwin quarterback, Dixon to his right. Now it's going to be a direct snap to Dixon again. Dixon's going to come to the near side. Nice block there by Godwin, but unable to keep the defender off of him. Skylar Townsend with the tackle on Dixon and loss on the play of about 4 yards. So they're going to mark it at the 30-yard line. So third down and 7 for the Cougars. Tanner defense holding tight with 2:06 and counting in tonight's first quarter action. Tanner on top, 20-0. You're going to have Dixon split to the near side, 2 splits to the far side. Godwin in a shotgun. He's going to put Dixon in motion from left to right. He's looking to throw a screen pass over to Dixon, and it's going to fall incomplete short of Dixon as he was going in motion from left to right. So it's going to bring up 4th and long for the Cougars, as Tanner will get it again in the first quarter. It'll be their 4th possession of the first quarter with 1:42 left to play in this opening quarter action. Back deep to receive the punt for the Tanner Rattlers. Number 5, that is Trey Crutcher, and number 24, Alex Guster, who broke that 64-yard touchdown run with 3:17 left to play in the first quarter. It's a high snap. The punter kicks it, and it's a short punt, bounces at about the 50-yard line, takes a Waterloo roll down to the Tanner 44, so Tanner will have good field position again for their 4th possession of the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, Tanner from their own 44-yard line. Join us tonight at halftime. We'll take a listen to the Tanner Rattler Band as they perform at halftime, and we'll also have our halftime guest, Tanner soccer coach, varsity soccer coach, Coach Matt Smith. And so looking forward to talking to him. He used to also coach on the sidelines here in Rip Swanner Field as an assistant coach for the Rattlers football team. So Parham breaks the huddle. Now you've got number 15 in at quarterback. That is Gill in at quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Fletcher up the middle. Fletcher's going to go cross down to about the 45-yard line for a nice 2-yard pickup there by Fletcher. So second down and about 8 for the Rattlers. So the clock has stopped. Now it's moving again. Now it's almost to a minute left to play in this first quarter as Parham breaks the huddle. Nope, check that again. That is Gill breaking the huddle. So Gill is going to have 2 splits to the far side, 2 to the near side. Now we'll reset. Fletcher comes into the backfield. Gill looking to throw it. He throws it, just overthrows the intended receiver, Skylar Townsend. Little miscommunication there by Gill and Townsend, and they weren't able to communicate. Gill kind of threw it to the flat over there on the far side where Skylar Townsend was doing a post route towards the middle. So Gill comes in at quarterback. Gill is a 8th grade quarterback, 6'1", 170 pounds. It's 2 splits to the far side, 2 to the near side. Closest to us are number 2 and 3. That's Keenum and Orr. Splits to the far side are Guster, and then Gill is going to be sacked. He's going to be brought down in the backfield for a huge loss down to about the 38-yard line as Waterloo's defense able to get in there and make the sack, and Tanner is going to have to punt for the first time in the first quarter. They've had 4 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and this is their first punt. So back to punt for Tanner is number 55. That is Darryl Howard. Back deep to receive the punt for Waterloo is number 15, Braylon McMullen. Howard takes the snap, boots it. It's an end-over-end punt. It's going to take a Tanner roll and just continue to roll past the 15-yard line all the way down to about the 12-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Waterloo from their own 12 when we come back, because that'll start the second quarter action. So, end of first quarter, Tanner 20, Waterloo nothing. You're listening to Limestone County football on Play Action Sports.
Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook, too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs, Salem Pharmacy, or Florence Express Pharmacy will fill the bill. All three locations are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South, Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99, and Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence.
Welcome back to Limestone County football right here on Play Action Sports. Tanner on top as we start the second quarter, up 20-0. You can check out Play Action Sports mobile app. It's your connection to all of our live streams, along with scores, games, and archives, and a whole lot more. If you'll just go online to pasnetwork.net, you can download the links. As we start second quarter action, Waterloo, it's 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line after that long punt that took a Tanner roll all the way, kept rolling about 20 additional yards once it hit the ground. Howard with a nice punt there for Tanner. So Waterloo comes out to start the second quarter, deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 from their own 12. So back in the backfield is the quarterback, number 3, Godwin. He's got one split to the near side. That is Dixon. He's going to put a man in motion from left to right. Godwin's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. In there on the stop for the Rattlers, number 52, Jakeem Fletcher, along with number 14, that is Kevin Hale. And then we can just keep on listing them. Number 55, Howard in there. I mean, it was a whole slew. Number 75, Malone in there for Tanner. I mean, it was just a whole lot of Tanner Rattlers back in the backfield once Godwin decided to keep it himself. Loss of a yard on the play, so it's going to be a 2nd down and 11 for Waterloo. 2 splits to the far side, 1 to the near side. Going to put Dixon in motion from right to left. Godwin looking to throw it. He's trying to throw a flare pass out to Dixon. Almost intercepted as the defensive back for Tanner read that perfectly. He knew exactly what that was. It looked like Skylar Townsend on the defensive side read that pass play perfectly, but unable to bring in the interception. Brings up 3rd and 11 for Waterloo. As Tanner defense holding strong right now. 20-0 in this matchup. Waterloo breaks the huddle. 3rd and 11. Godwin has got back there with him is Dixon. Everybody else is pretty much in tight. He's going to hand it off to Dixon. No, it's going to be, it's going to hand it off to Dixon. Thought it was a reverse, but they handed it off to Dixon. The first man through, faked the reverse, but to no avail as the defense, again for Tanner, holds tough, is back there to make the stop. Trey Crutcher, along with a few other Tanner Rattlers. Number 2, Linus Orr, also back in there. Number 14, Kevin Hale for the Rattlers. Fletcher going to go back deep to receive this. Crutcher's going to go back deep to receive this punt as he's standing at about the Waterloo 35-yard line, and it is a shank of a punt, if you will. But Crutcher's going to pick it up himself, and he's going to try to take it from the 40. It's going to be brought down right at the 40. Goes Trey Crutcher. Couldn't afford to let that one bounce because it was just going to continue to roll. But it's going to be 1st and 10 Tanner from the Waterloo 40-yard line. Again, lots of great action starts next week. We get to the playoffs. As again, Tanner is going to be hosting Lamar County for the opening round of playoffs. Next week we'll be at James Clemens, as James Clemens will host Oak Mountain in the opening round of the 7A playoffs. That's going to be on Thursday night. So next Thursday night we'll be at Madison City School Stadium for the James Clemens Oak Mountain opening round of 7A playoffs. Parham back in at quarterback, looking to pass, got good protection, throws it deep, ball up and knocked away by Waterloo in man-to-man coverage. Pass intended, looked like number 3, Trevor Keenum was the intended receiver, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Tanner from the Waterloo 40-yard line. Parham not scared to throw it deep as he's got a nice tight spiral on his passes. Parham is a sophomore quarterback, so he and Skylar Townsend going to be a really good connection as the years go on. As lots of underclassmen for the Rattlers that are going to be here. Coach, the snap comes back, and I don't think Parham was ready for it, but he picks it up off the ground, crosses the 40 down to the 35, past the 30, goes out of bounds, but not before he picks up the first down. Nice 11-yard pickup. A little miscommunication on the snap there as Parham wasn't ready for it. The center snapped it back to him, and it hit the ground, but Parham able to pick it up and run with it and pick up the first down. So 1st and 10 Tanner from the Waterloo 29-yard line. 9:48 and counting left to play in this first half. Tanner on top, 20-0. So Parham breaks the huddle. Back there with him, number 5, Trey Crutcher. Also back there with him, Alex Guster, number 24. 2 splits to the far side. Parham looking to throw it. He's throwing it to his intended receiver, his favorite receiver, Skylar Townsend. Up, catches it, uses every bit of that 6'1" frame to go up and catch that ball out of the air. And a nice touchdown reception, 24-yard touchdown reception. Parham to Townsend again with 9:21 left to play in this first half, and Tanner just running away with it as they line up. They're going to actually go for 2 since they missed the extra point on their last touchdown. So you got Parham in the backfield. You've got Crutcher back there with him. You've also got Guster. 2 splits to the far side. He's going to hand it off to Fletcher. Crutcher's going to run it up the middle and get it in there for 2 points. So with 9:21 left to play in the first half, Tanner on top, 28-0. You're listening to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us.
Welcome back to Limestone County Football and Play Action Sports. Tanner on top at Rip Swanner Stadium, 28-0, as Parham has thrown his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. And Tanner's just running away with this, as it was a 26-yard touchdown reception, and Townsend with his 2nd touchdown reception of the night. So Tanner, decisive lead right here in the first half, 28-0. There's the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to bounce at about the 20-yard line, be fielded at about the 15 by Waterloo, trying to find a crease, but he's going to go nowhere. So it's going to be brought down at about the 20-yard line. So Waterloo 1st and 10 from their own 20. And I tell you, this is, like you said, getting a little crazy right here for the Tanner Rattlers. You can follow us on Twitter at PAS Network and look for Play Action Sports on Facebook. We'll keep you updated on scores via ScoreStream tonight and throughout the week, as we have some teams that are idle tonight that are not getting ready for the opening round of the playoffs, and then other teams' seasons are done around the county. But we'll try to bring you some scores as we get them in tonight's ball game. 1st and 10, Waterloo from their own 20-yard line. Godwin, quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off to Dixon. Dixon's trying to find a hole, and he doesn't. He's going to be brought down in the backfield by number 2. That is Orr back there for the Rattlers, making the stop along with Trevor Keenum. So loss on the play. It's going to be second down and long for the Cougars as they lost about 5 yards on the play. So 2nd and 15 as the ball is marked almost to the 15-yard line. Yep, they are at the 15-yard line. So loss of 5 yards on the play. Waterloo just unable to really get their offense going tonight as this Tanner Rattler defense is really showing up and showing out tonight in tonight's matchup. So, Godwin, quarterback, is going to put a man in motion. Back there with him is Dixon. Parham looking to roll out to the far side, looking to throw it. And he pass intended for Dixon, but again, miscommunication. And he just really, Dixon was like 2 yards from Parham, and he threw it over his head. So, incomplete pass, 3rd and 15 for Waterloo from their own 15-yard line as 8:14 clock stops with the incomplete pass. Tanner on top 28-0. Waterloo does a couple of substitutions. Breaks the huddle for this 3rd and long play. Godwin, quarterback, shotgun. Everybody's in tight. Back there with him is Jaden Dixon. Jaden Dixon is going to take the direct snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Little misdirection by Jaden Dixon. Handoff to number 11. And he's going to be brought down by number 12 for the Rattlers, Nicholas Garth, on the stop. So 4th down again for Waterloo as they've got a punt yet again in this first half. Crutcher back deep to receive the punt. He is standing on his own 45-yard line. Tanner has been able to almost get in the backfield to block the punt. It's a high snap again. The punter kicks it right to Crutcher. Crutcher fields it at the 45, crosses the 40, past the 30, down to the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Tanner Rattlers. Trey Crutcher with a 45-yard punt return for another Tanner Rattler touchdown. .7:22 left to play in the opening half. Trey Crutcher takes it to the house from 45 yards. There is a penalty flag marked off on the far side. So we'll see what the official says. It is against Tanner. So that's going to knock that one off the board. Looked like it was a block in the back. And that's going to negate Trey Crutcher's 45-yard punt return for a touchdown. So Tanner's going to start this drive from the Waterloo 40 as the rain has kind of let up just a little bit, and it's just now more of not even a light drizzle. But there is a little bit of droplets falling, but that is not stopping the Tanner Rattlers from an impressive opening half of this ball game. So Crutcher does the Wildcats, going to keep it right up the middle. He's going to be brought down from behind as he crosses the 40 down to about the 34, 35-yard line. So pickup of about 5 yards on the play. So 2nd and 5 for the Rattlers from the Waterloo 35-yard line. So Coach Bonds, 4th season. Again, each and every season progressively better. 2018-2019 finished 6th in the region. Last year made the playoffs with a 4th place finish. And this year they are runner-up in 2A Region 7 and will host Lamar County next week for the opening round playoffs for 2A. Parham, no, check that. That is number 15, Gill. He's going to hand it up the middle to number 2. That is Orr. Orr takes it from 35 yards out for another Tanner Rattler touchdown. Goes Elias Orr 35 yards out to increase the Tanner lead with 6:24 left to play in this opening half of 2A football action and 1A. Waterloo is 1A. So Tanner trying to get everything in order before the opening round playoffs next week. So, number 7, Emmanuel Gonzalez lines up for the extra point. Holding it is Crutcher. It is up. It's a high end-over-end kick, and it is good with 6:24 left to play in the opening half. Tanner on top, 35-0. You're listening to Limestone County football on Play Action Sports.
One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair.
Welcome back to Limestone County football right here on Play Action Sports. Tanner on top of Waterloo right now, 35-0, with 6:24 remaining in the first half. You can go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for the Applebee's Athlete of the Week and vote on this week's poll. We'll announce the winner Saturday between 10 and noon on Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC. The winner receives a gift card from Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from Got You Covered Screen Printing and more. Tanner set to kick off again, and they do. Number 55, Howard. Nice kickoff right there. Going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line. It's going to be brought down at about the 26-yard line, as that's where Waterloo will start. 1st and 10 from their own 26. Not much of a gain on that kickoff return by Waterloo. So the Tanner defense comes out again, ready to tighten up, trying to hold on to a first half shutout. So far, up 35-0. So Waterloo goes into the huddle. Quarterback Chris Godwin, number 3. He is a junior, 6'3", 172. He's a lefty, throws from the southpaw. Also the running back, Jaden Dixon, number 7. He's also a junior, 6 foot 170. Those two tend to be the offense for Waterloo so far. Dixon is split. He's going to Godwin's going to send a man in motion. He's going to hand it off to number 11. He's going to be met in the backfield and brought down for no gain on the play is number 57, Lawson Johnson, with a big tackle right there for the Rattlers. It's going to bring up 2nd down after a 2-yard loss on the play for Waterloo. Now, you can download a copy of this game or listen to it on demand by going to pasnetwork.net. There's a streaming schedule of all of our upcoming games and links to our mobile apps. And I'll tell you right now, our upcoming game, again, is next Thursday night for the 7A opening round of the playoffs as James Clemens, the undefeated James Clemens Jets, host Oak Mountain in the opening round of the 7A playoffs. Waterloo breaks the huddle. Everybody's in tight. Dixon gets a direct snap to him. He's going to hand it off to the middle, to the upback for no gain on the play. Looks like number 10 was the upback, and he was stopped in the backfield again by number 57, Lawson Johnson, with another great tackle from his defensive end position. So, loss again on the play. So, Waterloo at about their own 15-yard line. So, it's going to be 3rd and long for the Cougars. Godwin breaks the huddle. He sends Dixon to the far side. He's got 2 splits to the near side, number 11 and number 12. Puts Dixon in motion. Going to fake the jet sweep to him. He's going to roll out to the far side and looking to throw a pass across the middle. He's going to be brought down for a sack, as he is brought down again for another loss by Lawson, number 57. 3 tackles in a row by Lawson. Also in there, Daryl Howard was back there with him, also making the initial hit. Unable to get that number, but he was slowed down by another Tanner Rattler defender before Lawson and Howard to come in and finish the job. So 4th down again for Waterloo, as Crutcher, check that. Trey Crutcher, number 5, is standing at his own, or at the Waterloo 40-yard line. Snap, kick. It's a low kick. Not sure somebody didn't get a piece of that, and it's going to be touched by Crutcher, and he's going to not pick it up, as a Waterloo player was able to pick it up and run with it after Crutcher made a mental mistake there by not just letting the ball roll, touch the ball, and a Waterloo defender picks it up and runs with it. It returns it to the Tanner 44-yard line. So right now the officials are going to discuss it, whether or not Crutcher did touch it, and whether or not it's Waterloo's ball. So we'll see what they say, the officials. They're still talking. We have 4 officials tonight for tonight's ball game. 3:52 left to play in the opening half. Tanner on top, 35-0. So it is going to be Waterloo's ball from the Tanner. Where are they going to mark it? So Waterloo's ball from the Tanner. Looks like they've got it right now at the 45-yard line. Thought they marked it at the 44. But they're still discussing where the ball is going to need to be marked. So what basically happened is Trey Crutcher had the punt kicked to him. It was a low line drive punt, and it rolled. He went over to try to pick it up, and it just rolled through his fingertips and kept rolling, where a Waterloo defender picked it up and ran it into Tanner territory. And this will be 1st and 10. Waterloo Cougars, their best field position of the evening. The official standing at about the 50-yard line, talking to the referee, trying to get all of this sorted out. So waiting on the official call. So 1st and 10, Waterloo. So they're saying he cannot advance a punt. So they're going to mark the ball at the Tanner 45-yard line is what they're saying. So they have it marked at the Tanner 45. No, now they're going to say it's at the Waterloo 45. So 1st and 10, Waterloo from their own 45-yard line, their best field position of the opening half. So in the backfield, you have number 3, Godwin. That's the quarterback. Behind him is number 7, Jaden Dixon. Everybody else is in tight. Going to do a sweep to Dixon as he tries to cut it up the middle. He's going to be met by number 5, Crutcher, for about a yard gain on the play. Tackled there by Trey Crutcher. So Waterloo, 2nd and 9 from their own 46-yard line. We are at 3.5 minutes and counting left in this opening half as Tanner is on top, 35-0 on this Limestone County football game of the week right here on Play Action Sports. Godwin takes a snap, hands it to Dixon again. Dixon just nowhere to go. He's going to be met by a Crutcher again. Also in the backfield with him, number 20, looked like number 23, Malachi Jones, comes in with another stop. Loss of about 2 yards on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Cougars from their own 44-yard line. Godwin breaks the huddle. In the backfield with him, he has Dixon. Tanner lining up in that 5-2 defense. Everybody else is in tight. Dixon's going to line up about 3 yards behind Godwin. Going to fake the handoff to Dixon. Dixon went out for a sweep, but looked like it was supposed to be a fake handoff up the middle. Everybody's calling for a face mask with no call on the play. So 4th down for Waterloo from their own 44-yard line. So Crutcher goes back to receive the punt again. After that mental breakdown right there by the punt return team on the previous punt, no harm, no foul there on Tanner as their defense was able to hold. And now Crutcher standing at about his 25-yard line back to receive the punt. It's a high snap. The punter takes an extra step. Crutcher fields the punt at about the 30-yard line, but looks like he coughed it up again, but was able to fall on it. So Crutcher fumbles the ball again, but able to fall on it. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Tanner from their own 30-yard line with 1:50 left to go in this opening half. Tanner on top, 35-0. You can also enter your name for the Lawlers Fan of the Week at PASnetwork.net. We'll announce the winner during the postgame show of each Limestone County football game. The winner gets a $20 Tasty Buck from Lawlers Barbecue. So if you want to enter to win, you can do that. Just go to PASnetwork.net. Tanner breaks the huddle. Parham in at quarterback. Going to hand it off to number 24. That is Guster. Guster tries to find another room. He does. He's running down the sidelines. They're not going to catch him as he just returned. Opening another touchdown run from 30 yards or from 80 yards out goes Guster with his second touchdown run of the night. With 1:25 left to play in this opening half. tell you right now, Tim Lambert, our producer, I'm looking at Tim. I'm going, I got to announce a player of the game, and I'm just not sure what to do now. I mean, everybody's breaking big plays for the Tanner Rattlers. So Guster with an 80-yard touchdown run for Tanner puts them up right now 41-0 as Gonzalez lines up for the extra point. There's the snap. Hold her down. Gonzalez kicks it through, and it is good. With 1:25 left to play in the opening half, Tanner 42, Waterloo 0. You're listening to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com.
Welcome back to Limestone County Football and Play Action Sports. Tanner on top right now, 42-0 over the visiting Waterloo Cougars with 1:25 left to play in this opening half. Tanner has had the ball, 7 times and has only punted once, scored 6 times each possession. And I tell you, it is just an offensive fest by Tanner, but their defense is really holding on and not giving Waterloo any chance to get any offensive momentum. So lining up to kick off, number 55, Daryl Howard for the Rattlers. Ball spotted at the Tanner 40-yard line as Howard gets ready to kick again tonight. He is getting a workout from the kickoff position. There he goes. Check that, not number 50. It's DeAndre Chandler kicking off right there. And it's going to give Waterloo good field position. It's going to be 1st and 10, Waterloo from their own 49-yard line. So really not a good kick there by Chandler. But nevertheless, 1:20 left to play in this opening half. Tanner on top, 42-0 as Waterloo comes out for another possession. That is definitely their best field position of the night. So Godwin breaks the huddle. He's going to have nobody in the backfield, empty backfield. He's in shotgun, 2 splits to the near side. He's got 1 split to the far side. Here we go. 1:20 left to play in this opening half. Godwin takes the snap, looking to throw it. The ball is up, and it's going to be just in and out of the hands of number 6, Zakian Jackson, and able to get his hands on it, just not able to bring it in. So that pass was intended for number 11, but Jackson right where he needed to be, just unable to bring in the interception for the Rattlers. So 2nd and 10 for Waterloo from their own 49-yard line. The incomplete pass stops the clock with 1:12 left to play in this opening half. 42-0, Tanner on top. Godwin breaks the huddle. Everybody's in tight. Back there with him is number 7, Jaden Dixon. Takes the snap, does a quick pitch to Dixon. Dixon trying to find some room on the outside. Cuts across the middle, gets down to about the 50-yard line. Brought down at the 50, so 2-yard pickup there by Dixon. So 3rd and 8 for the Cougars. Tanner's defense holding strong. Number 55, Daryl Howard in there with the stop for the Rattlers. Also in there, number 52, Jakeem Fletcher, or KJ, if you will. KJ Fletcher in there also on the stop. Quarterback takes the snap, fakes the pitch, and falls down. The wet turf got him, and he slipped and fell, unable to get any momentum on that play. So, with that, 22 seconds left to play in this opening half. 4th down for Waterloo. I believe they probably will just let this clock go down to zeros and go into halftime, down 42-0 to the Tanner Rattlers. And that looks like what they are going to do. So as we count down to 0, halftime, folks, here in in Rip Swanner Field as the Tanner Rattlers on top right now, 42-0 over the visiting Waterloo Cougars. You're listening to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports.
Time for our Play Action Sports Sideline Shout-Out. A tip of the hat from the head coaches to their assistants on the sidelines.
Manny Laura, this is his first year coaching. He's the head baseball coach here, but he helps do outside linebackers, and he does a great job of building relationships and helping getting these guys prepared for Friday night. Tavares Towns has been here 4 years. He does a good job. He just helps out with, he does a lot of the recruiting for us. He does a lot of calling in other schools, and when he can make it to practice, he helps out with the secondary, and he helps out with the O-line. Justin Lewis, he helps do D-line and O-line. He's been with me for 4 years now.
That's tonight's Sideline Shout-Out. We'll be back with a halftime show after this from Play Action Sports. Limestone County High School sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. Looking for T-shirts with just the message you want? They're as close as your computer or mobile device. Just go to DaddyOsCustomTees.com and look through the selection of designs for the perfect one. Or say just what you want with your very own designer message. Daddy O's Custom Tees features short and long sleeve T-shirts plus sweatshirts, hoodies, aprons, mugs, and even pet apparel. With Daddy O's Custom Tees, you can have it your way, whether you need 1 or 100. Go to DaddyOsCustomTees.com. That's DADDYOS Custom TEES.com. DaddyOsCustomTees.com.
Hey, this is Jim from Lawler's Barbecue. A lot of you folks out there keep asking where we cook our barbecue because you don't see pits and smoke. Well, guess what? You never will because we cook it in Lewisburg, Tennessee at our USDA facility so that we can maintain consistency and quality. So no matter which store you come to, you get the same great taste. Philip's been cooking barbecue since 1978, and I promise you, he's got the hang of it. He's been doing it so long, he doesn't want to be cremated. He's asked to be slowly smoked over glowing hickory coals. So come try some Lawler's Barbecue at any of our 7 locations today. Lawler's Barbecue, cooked slow, served fast.
Stick around after local high school football coverage this season as we announce our Lawler's Fans of the Week. Just go to PASnetwork.net and register. Then listen during the post-game show of each regular season game as we pick the winner of a $20 Tasty Buck from Lawler's Barbecue. The next Fan of the Week could be you from Lawler's Barbecue and Play Action Sports.
Welcome back to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports. For your halftime entertainment, let's take a listen to the Tanner Rattler Marching Band.
Every home game, our seventh graders join us in the stands to cheer on our team. Tonight, for the first time, they will be joining us on the field. Let's bring on the Tanner 7th grade band. Tonight, as we honor our seniors, we look to the future. Let's welcome the Tanner 6th grade beginning band as they cheer on our team to victory with our rendition of Go Big Green. Marching band.
That was the Tanner Rattler Marching Band finishing up strong right there. We're about 13 minutes left in this halftime as Tanner's on top 42-0 over the visiting Waterloo Cougars. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have a talk with the varsity soccer coach here at Tanner High School, Coach Matt Smith. You're listening to Limestone County Football and Play Action Sports.
Since 1965, Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur has been committed to our community and proudly supports local school athletics. This commitment has made Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur the industry leader, offering a full family of Pepsi and Mountain Dew products at your favorite grocer or convenience store and a friendly, dedicated staff to service your needs with soft drink and snack vending, restaurant services, concessions, or special events. Go with a leader, go with a winner. Locally owned, Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com. Come on out to Village Pizza on the Athens Square for the best freshly made pizza, wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and more. Folks from all over the Southeast rave about their food, service, and great atmosphere. See for yourself. Village Pizza, 222 West Market Street in Athens. Since 1951, Cream Delight in Athens has been a Valley tradition. From their upside-down banana split and milkshakes to chili dogs and pretzels, Cream Delight has served generations from the same walk-up location. Cream Delight, 401 West Washington Street in Athens. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to Limestone County Football right here on Play Action Sports. Halftime here at Rip Swanner Stadium, the home of the Tanner Rattlers, as they are on top right now, 42-0 over the Waterloo Cougars, the visiting team, the 1A team. But the Tanner Rattlers just with a strong offensive performance in the first half. Right now we have a halftime score from Hanceville as Elkmont right now at halftime, 6-0 over Hanceville. So that's a great score right now for the county. The score is brought to you by Limestone County Commission Chairman, Mr. Colin Daly. And again, tonight at halftime, we've got with us soccer coach, men's soccer varsity coach here at the Tanner Rattlers, Coach Matt Smith. Matt, it's good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a while. Hadn't talked to you in a while. How things been going?
I've been going pretty well. It's about that time.
It is.
We've already been conditioning and running and getting the boys ready. Our numbers are way up this year. We've got, I think, 8 middle school games. We've got 12 JV games and 20 varsity games.
Wow. And so you talked about getting ready right now with conditioning and everything. So what are you looking for right now? I mean, you got middle school and you got high school, so you're doing the whole gamut. What are you looking for some of these players?
Just athleticism. I mean, right now that's all we're looking for. Who can run, who can jump, who's leading the pack, who's being more vocal than anything. We're just looking for leaders on all 3 levels. We had, I want to say it was 16 7th and 8th graders come out this year, so that's why we had to put a middle school in. Some of them will end up playing JV. I've got one kid that's in the 8th grade this year. He's Justin Marino. He's he's got a bright future here. He's played at Club United for several years. Last year, his team went to Mexico and played the junior league, youth team over there and won a few games over there in that tournament. And he starts on that team. So he's 8th grader, but he'll probably play JV for us and might even, see him on varsity a few times.
Well, so when you talk about leadership, you're looking for some leadership, but I know you've got some returning seniors that are going to be playing. So who are you looking for big things from the varsity guys? Well,
the 2 that are going to be captains for the varsity is going to be Manuel Felipe. He's a forward. He scored, I think it was 36 goals last year. Played in the North-South All-Star game. Scored a goal in it and had an assist in it. And then my goalkeeper, Emmanuel Gonzalez, he'll be a senior this year. He's been starting since the 8th grade. Both of them have been starting since the 8th grade. So both of them have several offers. Actually, Manuel just picked up another one today. So he's got, what did Martin Methodist change their name to?
Oh, is it not? I thought I'll always call them Martin Methodist. I think they'll always be Martin Methodist.
UT Southern.
UT Southern.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
So they're recruiting him, and that'll probably be a favorite for him because he wants to stay local, and he likes UNA and or UAH and Montevallo. He likes both of them. So I think his future's gonna be pretty bright, and both of them have great grades, and they've got the ACT to back it up.
So he's actually the place kicker for the football team.
Yes.
So does that cause you any concern?
Nah, he's a tough kid. I encourage all my boys to play other sports. I've got a couple that's playing basketball, a couple plays baseball, and actually it's about 3 that play football.
Right.
They take care of most of the kicking off and punting, H-point field goals, stuff like that. But it helps them stay in shape. It creates a more physical player for me, and that's what we preach every day in practice anyway. We're a lot of people don't think soccer's physical, but it is. You got to be able to take those bumps and hold on to the ball and make sure that you see the field at the same time. So it's a lot like football.
Yeah.
You gotta play the whole field, and Emmanuel is definitely stepped up, and he's taking on more of a vocal leadership this year. So is Manuel. He's getting teams, getting the groups together and running by themselves. That's big
important.
when you can get seniors to step up and lead the practice and take over the conditioning stuff. Because right now we're only allowed to have one coach with the team and balls out if we want to, because the 50% rule is done. Mm-hmm. But when we do our hour, because we only get 2 hours a week, so we do our hour a day on Monday and an hour a day on Thursday. Well, that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, he's out there and he's calling practice himself.
That's great.
Yeah, so you can't beat it. Both of them 2 right there. Big for us.
Yeah, and that helps your coaching staff, which you got a pretty good coaching staff. So tell me a little bit about all you guys.
I do. This will be, I believe, our 6th year together.
Wow.
Coach Macklin's been with me for 6 years, and Coach Manuel's been with me. They came in on the same year, and Coach Manuel, he does a lot of the strength and conditioning, and Coach Macklin works with my goalies. So without both of them, I'd be lost because we've got 47 players out right now in the program.
That's great.
So that, Coach Manuel's the head JV coach and Coach Macklin's the head middle school coach, but we all 3 tag team all of them. So we're all going to be at the middle school game, we're all going to be at the JV game, we're all going to be at the varsity game.
Consistency.
Yes, sir.
So that's those 47 players. That's huge for 2A.
It is.
Across the board, no matter the sport. That's huge for 2A.
Yes, sir. And it tells a lot that you have to go and look at our schedule. But, our middle school games, we play Austin Middle School, Decatur Middle School, Athens Middle School, Priceville Middle School, Sparkman Middle School, Monrovia Middle School, East Middle School. All these schools are 5, 6, 7A.
Yeah.
We don't, you don't hardly ever see 2 or 3A school that's got a middle school program. And then, you flip it over and look at our varsity schedule. We got Florence on the schedule this year, Sparkman, Mountain Brook. We got to make that trip to Mountain Brook. But you have to get out and play those games so that the guys can see the competition level.
Absolutely.
And I think it gets them ready for the next level. It gets us ready for the playoffs. It gets us ready for, trying to make that long run in postseason.
So going back to you, though, now you would be safe to say that you bleed emerald green?
Yes, sir.
You've been here pretty much all your life.
I have.
You played football here. You've coached football here. Now you're the varsity soccer coach. You were part of the staff that won back-to-back state champions.
Yes, sir.
2012, 2013.
Yes, sir.
Y'all really probably should have three-peated.
Yeah.
Won it in 2011. We won't talk about that much.
Yeah.
But just tell us about this community and what it means to you.
Well, like you said, I've been here my whole life. I was born and raised in Tanner. Went kindergarten all the way through. Everybody that you see in the stands, they know me and I know them. I've either went to school with their brother, sister, aunt, uncle, mama, daddy, or I've got a whooping from their mama and daddy. So I've been around everybody here, and they know me, and it's so great to be in a small community like this because everybody says it takes a village. Well, Tanner is that village.
Yeah.
So no matter how much, I did, I thought I got away with my mama. Well, such and such mama found out. So
that's the way it goes.
It is.
Well, Coach, I really appreciate you taking time. I know you've got a lot going on. I know you're enjoying this offensive and defensive performance. 42-0 right now. That's huge for these Rattlers as they get ready to host a playoff game next week.
Yes, sir. And it's scary that all these guys are pretty much going to be back next year.
I know.
They're all 10th graders.
I tell you, Coach Bonds is doing a great job turning this around, trying to get that championship winning spirit back that Tanner's known for.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's done a great job here. And these guys love him, and they play hard for him.
You can tell. Well, Coach Matt Smith, again, I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming up. We're looking for big things from Tanner Varsity Soccer.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Take care. Thank you so much, Matt. Hey, you're listening to Limestone County Football right here on Play Action Sports.
Hey guys, this is Joanna with CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to our storefront. While you're here, you'll find a variety of Bibles, children's gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more. Come check out our children's section. It's filled with Bible stories, picture books, games, toys, and a growing selection of homeschool materials. Here at CEI Bookstore, our goal is to provide you with trustworthy resources to bring you and your family closer to God. Stop by, and our friendly staff will be happy to help you find material that fits you and your family's needs. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Taking his hand, helping each other home.
Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook, too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us.
Welcome back to Limestone County Football right here on Play Action Sports. 42-0 is your score. as Tanner on top of the Waterloo Cougars. They're visiting right now. And Tanner just with an awesome offensive performance. Had the ball 7 times in the first half and scored 6 of those. And only had to punt once. Now, what has happened because Tanner has such a decisive lead right now, both head coaches have agreed to cut the quarter from 12 to 8 minutes. So we have 8-minute quarters right now going on, and we'll see if they do a running clock for the remainder of the game. Tanner getting ready to kick off the second half. Number 7, Emmanuel Gonzalez. You heard Coach Smith talk about him. He plays soccer. He's a senior. Did the kickoff right here. Kicks it off to number 7. Number 7 trying to bounce it to the outside. Gets pushed out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Waterloo to start the second half from their own 20. They're going to say he went out of bounds at the 30-yard line. They are going to be moving from west to east, from my left to my right. And it is a running clock. So we're right now we're at 7.5 minutes. So the clocks will continue to run in this second half. Tanner on top, 42-0. So Waterloo in the huddle, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Godwin breaks the huddle. Empty backfield. 2 splits to the near side, 1 to the far side. Godwin puts a man in motion, number 11, from the near side to the far side. Takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking to throw. Throwing it up in the air, almost picked off by number 4 for Tanner. Parham, he's the quarterback, but he's also pulling double duty, just like most 2A schools do. End up having to do offense and defense. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass for Waterloo. We're under 7 minutes in the third quarter. Tanner on top, 42-0. Waterloo breaks the huddle. Going to have 1 split to the far side. That is number 7, Jaden Dixon. Chris Godwin is the quarterback. 2 splits to the near side. Puts a man in motion. Number 11. Goes from right to left. Godwin looking to throw it to number 7, and he does. He catches it, crosses the 45, pushes one man down past the 40, still on his feet, tackled at the 30-yard line by Parham. So pass complete from Godwin to Dixon. Huge return, the biggest offensive play tonight for the Waterloo Cougars. So 1st and 10, Waterloo inside Tanner territory for, I believe, the first time tonight. If it's the second time, I can't remember when it was. 1st and 10 from the Tanner 30-yard line goes Waterloo. So Godwin breaks the huddle. To his right is Dixon. Everybody else is in tight. Dixon's going to take the direct snap, try to find his way through, pushes around a couple of defenders, but still on his feet. Now he's tackled and brought down. Number 53, Elbert Goodwin for Tanner, in there with the stop, along with several other Tanner Radler defenders, as looks like Coach Bonds is trying to get some of the younger guys some additional playing time. Waterloo, 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup. Ball at the 28-yard line. Godwin and Dixon in the backfield. Direct snap. It's going to be a handoff to number 8. Trying to find his way around. Going to be brought down at about the 26-yard line. So a nice 3-yard pickup by number 8. That is Jason Morris for the Cougars. He is a junior running back. Slot back, if you will. So Morris comes out and Gallagher comes in. As Godwin goes to the huddle. 4:40 and counting in the third quarter. Tanner on top, 42-0. In the backfield, Dixon and Godwin. So it's a direct snap to Dixon again. Dixon trying to come to the near side. Crosses the 25. Tackled at about the 20-yard line is Dixon, brought down by number 10, Nakavius Green, on the tackle for Tanner. Picks up the first down, ball at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Waterloo from the Tanner 20. We are at 4 minutes and counting in this third quarter. Again, we have a running clock. Tanner on top, 42-0. 8-minute quarters from here on out. Godwin, shotgun, behind him, Dixon. Godwin takes a snap, hands it to Dixon up the middle. Dixon's going to be brought down after about a 3-yard pickup In there on the tackle for the Rattlers, looks like number 67, Trayvon Lett. Trayvon Lett, and also number 53, Elbert Goodwin, in there on the tackle for the Tanner Rattlers. So second down and about 8 for the Cougars as they break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage, single setback, quarterback, pistol formation. Direct snap to number 7. That's Dixon. Dixon's going to try to bounce it to the outside, but he's going to be met in the backfield and brought down at the 20-yard line for a loss of 2. Goes Dixon, brought down by number 4, Carl Parham, from his defensive back position. So that brings up 3rd and 10 for Waterloo as we are under 3 minutes left in this third quarter. 42-0, Tanner on top. Waterloo trying to put some points on the board before the end of this quarter. Dixon splits to the far side, 2 splits to the near side. Godwin, empty backfield, puts Dixon in motion from left to right. Godwin looking to throw it to Dixon, but he's going to throw it up for number 11, Gallagher, and it's going to be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Waterloo. Touchdown, Waterloo. Good pass there by Chris Godwin. Just threw it up and just right into the hands of number 11, Blake Gallagher, for Waterloo. 20-yard touchdown reception, Godwin to Gallagher, to put the Cougars on the board with 2:16 left to play in the third quarter. So Godwin fakes the handoff, gives it to number 8 up the middle. He gets in there for 2 points. So 2-point conversion is good with 2:16 left to play in this third quarter. Tanner 42, Waterloo 8. You're listening to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports.
The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs, Salem Pharmacy, or Florence Express Pharmacy will fill the bill. All 3 locations are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South, Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99, and Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence.
Welcome back to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports. You can listen during our post-game show for the Limestone County Player of the Game. Our featured player will get a gift certificate that's good at either Village Pizza or Cream Delight, so stick around for our post-game show, and I'll announce who our player of tonight's ball game is. Speaking of tonight's ball game, 2:16 left to play in the third quarter. Tanner on top, 42-8 over Waterloo. Waterloo looks like they're going to try an onside kick. And that is exactly what they're going to do. An onside kick, it's going to roll, and it's going to be fielded by Waterloo, in and out of the hands. See what they say. There seems to be some confusion. It looked like Waterloo had it, but it popped out by a Tanner Rattler, came out with it. So it's going to be Waterloo ball on the onside kick. So Waterloo gets the onside kick, as it's going to be 1st and 10 Waterloo from the Tanner 48-yard line. So Waterloo trying to make it a little bit more impressive. Still down 42-8. You can look for the monthly Play Action Sports column in Athens Now. We'll update you on what's been happening in local sports news, as well as upcoming events and games. The paper is free and is available at businesses all around the area. Godwin in a quarterback. Looks like we're going to have our first timeout of the night, and Tanner is going to take it. So Tanner, with their first timeout of the night and the first of the second half, you're listening to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports.
One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair.
You're listening to Limestone County football right here on Play Action Sports. I'm Kirk Pierce, bringing you tonight's action, along with my producer, Mr. Tim Lambert. Got a score for you in the third quarter. West Limestone 3, Ardmore nothing. And last checked, Elkmont on top of Hansville 6-0 at halftime. Scores are brought to you by Limestone County Commission Chairman, Mr. Colin Daly. So after the onside kick, after Waterloo scored, they did an onside kick and were able to recover it at the Tanner 48-yard line. So Godwin, the Waterloo quarterback, breaks the huddle. He's got 2 splits to the far side. He's going to bring one of those in motion from left to right. Movement down here, but they didn't call it. The quick pass to number 7, that is Dixon. Dixon with a good catch right there and returns it down to about the 40-yard line. So 8-yard reception from Godwin to Dixon. So 2nd down and 2 for the Cougars from the Tanner 40-yard line. We're under 30 seconds left to play in this third quarter. Again, just in case you're joining us late, we are having a running clock and only 8-minute quarters in the second half as Tanner's on top 42-8. Dixon's going to take the pitch to the far side, going to be brought down at about the 34-yard line as he picks up the first down. Tackle made, trying to get a number for you. It's hard to see some of those numbers. Looks like number 27, Eli Rogers, the freshman inside linebacker for the Tanner Rattlers. So, again, Coach Bonds trying to get some of these younger players a little bit of action tonight. So, that's going to do it for third quarter action. Tanner on top, 42-8. You're listening to Limestone County football on Play Action Sports.
Since 1965, Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur has been committed to our community and proudly supports local school athletics. This commitment has made Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur the industry leader, offering a full family of Pepsi and Mountain Dew products at your favorite grocer or convenience store and a friendly, dedicated staff to service your needs with soft drink and snack vending, restaurant services, concessions, or special events. Go with a leader, go with a winner. Locally owned Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur. The Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship has been set up to honor the legacy of Bama Zach Green, a huge fan of the Crimson Tide, along with Limestone County sports. The scholarship will go each year to a male and female athlete from Limestone County. Checks should be made out to Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship and can be sent in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613. Donations can also be made in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. Thank you for showing your support for local athletes by giving to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship.
Welcome back to Limestone County football on Play Action Sports. As we start fourth quarter action, Waterloo takes the snap. Quarterback Godwin does a jet sweep to Dixon from the left to the right. Dixon picks up just a few yards on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd down for the Cougars. As we are just now starting the fourth quarter and running clock with 8-minute quarters at this point. Injured player on the field for Waterloo on the far side. Not trying to get a number for you. Not sure who on Tanner made the tackle because the tackle was made on the far sideline. But running back Dixon was able to pick up about 8 yards on the carry, so it's going to bring up 2nd down for the Cougars. You can listen to the Coaches Show Tuesday through Thursday on 1080 AM WKAC. We'll talk to local coaches and get the scoop on their teams. And if you miss it, you can go to WKAC Sports page at WKAC1080.com and click on your team's link to find the archives. The injured player was number 7, Jaden Dixon, but he picks up 8 yards on the carry, but is able to get up and come off under his own power. Looks like it was his left elbow, but he looks to be doing okay. So hopefully we'll see Dixon back in the ball game here in just a few moments. So, Waterloo, 2nd down and about 3 to go in Tanner territory. Going to hand it off to the running back. That was number 66, Ethan Peden for Waterloo, or number 69. I don't have a number here. I don't have a name. That's okay. So number 69 for Waterloo in at tailback. He picks up the first down. So it's first and 10, Waterloo, with just under 7 minutes left to play in this ball game. Tanner on top, 42-8. Godwin hands it off to number 69, and he's tackled in the backfield. We'll get all those numbers for you. It looks like number 23, number 12, and number 78. Malachi Jones, Terrell Green, also in there on the tackle. Nicholas Garth for the Tanner Rattlers. So loss on the play. It looks like Dixon's going to come back into the ball game, and he does. So he comes back in after a loss on the play. 2nd and 13 for the Cougars. Godwin, shotgun. Nobody in the backfield. A little bit of confusion. Got 2 men moving. Going to have a timeout on the field. Waterloo calls their first timeout of the half as well. With 5:51 left to play in the ball game, Tanner on top, 42-8. You're listening to Limestone County football on Play Action Sports.
Ridgeline Construction knows how important home is to you. We want the process to be one in which you have complete trust and understanding in the services we provide.
I'm quite impressed with the amount of guys that can come in and get that all done in really one day. They're going to do exactly what needs to be done for your house.
It's time to trust Ridgeline Construction with your biggest investment. You won't regret it, and that's a promise from our family to yours.
Ridgeline Construction. Call 325-1345 or visit ridgelineconstructionhsv.com.
Welcome back to Limestone County football right here on Play Action Sports. 5:48 and counting as Tanner's on top 42-8 in this fourth quarter. Running clock, 8-minute quarters. Tanner has not seen the ball in the second half. How about that for a stat? I never thought I would say that, as we are deep in the fourth quarter and Tanner has not offensively had the ball. Waterloo with their second possession of the second half. Godwin drops back to pass, looking to throw it. He's got a rush. He's going to have, there's a hold. They're not going to call it. Godwin's going to keep it himself. He's past the 10. It looks like he's going to dive towards the end zone. Does he get in? He does. He does get in the end zone. Touchdown, Waterloo. As Godwin took it in. And their second possession of the second half, and they've scored another touchdown with 5:09 left to play in this ball game. So trying to make this score a little bit more respectable, if you will. So Waterloo lines up. Looks like they're going to go for 2. As Godwin in the shotgun. He's going to split Dixon to the far side. He's also going to have 2 splits to the... 1 split to the far side. And 2 to the near. Put a man in motion. Godwin takes the snap, looking to pass it. Throws it to the flat, to Dixon. It's caught in the end zone. 2 points good. With 5:09 left to play in this ball game, Tanner on top, 42-16. You're listening to Limestone County football on Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is Jim from Lawler's Barbecue. A lot of you folks out there keep asking where we cook our barbecue because you don't see pits and smoke. Well, guess what? You never will because we cook it in Lewisburg, Tennessee at our USDA facility so that we can maintain consistency and quality. So no matter which store you come to, you get the same great taste. Philip's been cooking barbecue since 1978, and I promise you, he's got the hang of it. He's been doing it so long, he doesn't want to be cremated. He's asked to be slowly smoked over glowing hickory coals. So come try some Lawler's Barbecue at any of our 7 locations today. Lawler's Barbecue, cooked slow, served fast.
Welcome back to Limestone County football on Play Action Sports. 5:09 left to play in this ball game. Tanner on top, 42-16 over the visiting Waterloo Cougars. As it's been pretty much, the second half has been all Waterloo. As we have a running clock at 8-minute quarters. As Waterloo's going to line up for another onside kick. And it's going to be just fielded right there. Be fielded at the 48-yard line by number 12, Nicholas Garth for the Tanner Rattlers. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Tanner from their own 48-yard line. And with under 5 minutes to play, and I know this is a strange stat, people, but This is Tanner's first possession of the second half with under 5 minutes left to play in the ball game. So, Tanner breaks the huddle. We've got one split to the far side. We've got one to the near side. Now we're going to put two splits to the near side. Two running backs in the backfield with Parham. Parham's going to hand it off to the middle. Running back still pushing his way forward, still on his feet. No whistle yet as he fights for extra yardage. Goes the Tanner running back and picks up at least 8 yards on the carry. Couldn't get a number, but I'll try to here in just a second. Looks like number 15, Gill. No, I don't think that's correct. That is not correct. It was number 12, Nicholas Garth, was the run. Gill, quarterback, hands it off to number 6, Jackson, Zakian Jackson, with nowhere to go. Loss of about a yard on the play. Goes Jackson, so it brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Rattlers. The ball is marked at the Waterloo 44-yard line. Check that, 46-yard line. We are under 3.5 minutes left to play in this ball game. Tanner on top, 42-16. So Tanner going to walk away and improve their overall record 7-3. They're going to finish the season 5-1 in 2A Region 7 play. Of course, this is a non-regional matchup tonight between Waterloo and Tanner. But they finish second place in their region. Gill takes the snap, looks to throw it, steps up in the pocket, throws it deep. Ball's going to be just a little out of the reach of Trevor Keenan, is the intended receiver. So it brings up 4th down for Tanner. So 4th down for Tanner. The ball is at the 46-yard line of Waterloo. Tanner going to go for it with 2.5 minutes left to play in this game. Gill in at quarterback. He's an 8th grader. He stands 6'1", 170-pound 8th grader. So I know Coach Bonds is really looking forward to all of these underclassmen playing again next year. Gill throws it out. Little high on the pass to the intended receiver. He picks up the first down, crosses the 40, brought down at the 35. Gill's pass caught on the far sideline. Trying to get a number for you. Looked like number 6, Jackson, Zakian Jackson, on the reception, picks up the first down. Under 2 minutes left to play in this ball game. Tanner, 2 splits to the near side. Going to split one to the far side. Gill, quarterback. He's got 2 running backs back there with him. Coach Bonds just trying to get some of these guys some experience. Number 12 on the carry for the Rattlers. Down to about the 30-yard line. Picks up about 4 yards on the carry. Goes number 12, Nicholas Garth. They say he fumbled the ball. And he did. The officials confirmed that. So, fumble on the play. Tanner turns the ball over, gives it to Waterloo with 1:19 left to play in this ball game. So, it'll be Waterloo's ball, 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. After the turnover. You can hear Tanner's crowd trying to get their defense to make one final stop in this ball game. So Waterloo breaks the huddle. Clock is running. Little confusion in the backfield by Godwin. Godwin, empty backfield, takes the snap, gives the handoff to the up man, number 8, as he was kind of coming in motion and just kind of did a little jet sweep. Nowhere for him to go as he is brought down, looks like by number 78, Terrell Green, in there with the stop. Terrell Green, big guy too, 6'1", 290, sophomore. Just another one of those players that Coach Bonds has got to be excited for the future of Tanner Rattlers. 30 seconds and counting in this final 4th quarter action. Godwin, quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off, and Pickup of about 3 yards on the play. Tackle made by number 15, Jacoby Gill, with a stop. And really, that should be the final play of the game as Waterloo's starting to walk to the sidelines. So we're under 10 seconds, and that is going to do it. Final score, Tanner Rattlers improving their overall record for the 2021 season to 7-3. They finished in second place in 2A Region 7 matchup, finished 5-1. They're going to host playoff game next week. Lamar County is going to come in. It's going to be the opening round of the playoffs. Your final score, 42-16. We'll come back, and we'll have our Lawlers Fan of the Week and our Limestone County Player of the Game. Talk a little bit more about this game and then wrap it up. You're listening to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports.
Come on out to Village Pizza on the Athens Square for the best freshly made pizza, wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and more. Folks from all over the Southeast rave about their food, service, and great atmosphere. See for yourself. Village Pizza, 222 West Market Street in Athens. Since 1951, Cream Delight in Athens has been a Valley tradition. From their upside-down banana split and milkshakes to chili dogs and pretzels, Cream Delight has served generations from the same walk-up location. Cream Delight, 401 West Washington Street in Athens. Limestone County High School sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. Since 1965, Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur has been committed to our community and proudly supports local school athletics. This commitment has made Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur the industry leader, offering a full family of Pepsi and Mountain Dew products at your favorite grocer or convenience store and a friendly, dedicated staff to service your needs with soft drink and snack vending, restaurant services, concessions, or special events. Go with a leader, go with a winner. Locally owned Pepsi-Cola Bottling of Decatur. Join us for Applebee's Tailgate Talk every Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC. We'll talk to coaches and sports figures of local interest and get their thoughts on whatever comes down the pike. We'll also announce our latest Athlete of the Week and give away an Applebee's gift card and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt. Applebee's Tailgate Talk, Saturday mornings at 10 on your Tailgate Talk app, on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device, online at tailgatetalk.net, and on the air at 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports. Your final score, Tanner 42, Waterloo 16. As it's got to be a record for me in high school football. This game was completed in an hour and 42 minutes. As for the second half, because of the 42-0 lead at halftime, they decided to have a running clock and 8-minute quarters. And again, Tanner wins this decisively, 42-16. All controlled in the first half. Tanner able to score. They had the ball 7 times in the first half, scored 6 of those. In those 6 of those possessions, only punted once. They only spent 1 timeout in the entire game, and that was in the second half. And really, there were only 2 timeouts called the entire game. Waterloo called 1 in the second half as well. So that's your score right there, 42-16. As I said, Tanner increases their 2021 record. They finished the season at 7-3, 5-1 in 2A Region 7 play. And next week, like I said, they're going to be hosting the opening round of the 2A playoffs as Lamar County comes here to Tanner. So congratulations to Coach Bonds and the Tanner Rattlers. Coach Bonds doing a tremendous job in getting this Tanner program back to what they are used to doing, which is winning, and trying to get them winning some state championships. So tonight, as I mentioned, we'll have our Lawlers Fan of the Week. If you ever want to enter in your name for the Lawlers Fan of the Week, all you got to do is go to PASnetwork.net. We'll announce the winner during the postgame show of each Limestone County game. The winner gets a $20 Tasty Buck from Lawlers Barbecue. And tonight, our winner is Renee McFarland. Renee McFarland, you have 2 weeks to drop by WKAC Radio to pick up your gift card, your $20 Tasty Buck from Lawler's Barbecue. So congratulations to Renee McFarland. Also tonight, our postgame show, we're going to have our Limestone County Player of the Game. Now, our featured player gets a gift certificate good at either Village Pizza or Cream Delight, their choice. And our featured player tonight, our Limestone County player of the game, is the quarterback, Carl Parham. Carl Parham, the 5'8", 150-pound sophomore, is our player of the game tonight. He finished the night with three touchdown passes, one of 21 yards, and then another one of 47 yards, and then he had another 26 yards. Two of those touchdown receptions were received by Skylar Townsend. Another one was received by Guster. And so congratulations to Parham as check that, not Guster, but Elias Orr with the other touchdown reception. Also scoring tonight, Guster had two touchdowns, one of 64 yards and another 80-yard touchdown run. And just, again, Orr had also a 35-yard touchdown run. So Tanner in the first half just really dominated, putting 42 points in the first half on the board. 42-0 was your halftime score, but your final score 42-16. You can join us next week. It's actually next Thursday, November the 4th, for our next broadcast right here on Play Action Sports. We'll be at James Clemens. We'll be at Madison City School Stadium for the opening round of the 7A playoffs as James Clemens hosts Oak Mountain. James Clemens hosts Oak Mountain in the opening round of the 7A playoffs, and that's where we'll be next Thursday night, so you can catch that broadcast live right here on Play Action Sports. Again, your final score tonight, Tanner 42, Waterloo 16. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight. I'm Kirk Pierce, for Tim Lambert, our producer. Thank you for being a part of this broadcast with us tonight. You've been listening to Limestone County Football on Play Action Sports.
You've been listening to Limestone County High School football on the Play Action Sports Network. If you'd like to download a copy of tonight's game, log on to pasnetwork.net. Limestone County football is a production of Play Action Sports.